Warning, this podcast may contain adult language that is not suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, this podcast may contain spoilers, so if you're not into that sort of thing, you might want to skedaddle.
Alright, we gotta get started immediately,
He's been getting his ass beat in the first few
guys,
episodes.
we gotta start immediately because we
up,
don't
guys?
have our
This
don't have our power source anymore
This is the
today.
Sorry.
It's my fault. Are you gonna eat on a podcast?
I'm starving, dude.
Go ahead.
I apologize for Dakota. I'm sure he apologizes.
I'm
as
sure
well.
they don't care.
Actually, I will. It's pretty bad when you eat on a podcast. I was listening to Game Over Grady show. They were eating on the podcast. It's pretty annoying.
Is it?
It's really annoying.
Well, I'll make it not annoying.
We'll see.
Let me get...
And they even mentioned that it was annoying. They were like, "Yeah, you guys gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that."
Well,
Okay.
do it.
I'm
Topic
just
today.
starving today.
Our topic today.
One of them.
Oh, we got news, don't we?
Do we have news?
Yeah, we got one news. There's probably more news, but I didn't look any up because I don't know. I was going to, but Drew showed up at my
You're not
house
gonna say
sooner than
anything. Did
expected.
you guys already talk about the Star Wars trailer? That's news, isn't it? Star Wars and
Not
That's
really
not anime.
that's not news for
We
us?
talked about it on
Weekday One Up?
That's not news for this.
good.
This is anime. You
I
can if you
guess.
want to talk about it really quick.
I don't want to talk about it. I thought you
Did
guys...
you like it?
I didn't like... I think they made Batman look... I mean, Batman, he just looked like a
Oh, you're
jealous
talking about
asshole.
Batman. Oh, you said Star Wars.
Star Wars was awesome. I have nothing bad to say about that. I want to know... Obviously, I think that girl's... that girl is Leia... That girl's Leia's daughter, right?
We assume it's not been
Yeah.
announced, but she looks a lot like Padme.
And the black
to me.
guy is just like a rogue stormtrooper.
Yeah, he's a stormtrooper.
And those are the main characters.
'Cause
I want to know who
unlike-
has the freaking cross red saber.
Unlike
got a
what a
name.
lot of people think, they've all been named.
I haven't seen a name for him.
I kept seeing comments and stuff like, "How can the black guy be a stormtrooper? They're all clones."
They're
not
way
all
off,
clones.
Yeah, that's.
I
in a
think we
long
cleared
time
that up
ago.
on Weekday One Up.
Did we?
Because I thought that. I was like, aren't the Stormtroopers still clones? No, at this point, it's
Gotta
just random
integrate
people
them.
being recruited by the
Yeah,
army.
they-
There are
integrated.
clones, but
They
they're not
started
all
off clones. They started
Yeah.
off clones, but now
Oh,
they're integrated.
yeah, at the beginning it was all clones, but
Mhm.
And the new apparently that new
it's a girl.
girl, she's like obsessed with Darth Vader or something, and she
Yeah.
wants to. But
Oh,
doesn't
it's a
she know
girl?
that at the end of
The-
yeah, it's a
That's
girl
what I figured,
with
the
cape.
body type.
Fudge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she looks really cool. She's
What
all
the-
chromed
why is she
up.
following in Darth Vader's footsteps if Darth Vader was
She's
like...
not following in his footsteps.
She's about to... She's trying to bring the Sith back is probably what it'll be.
But Darth Vader like traded at the last. Didn't he like trade? He like killed. the
Maybe
Sith
that's why
Lord.
she likes him.
At the
She's-
last minute, Darth Vader fulfilled the prophecy and brought balance to the Force, like... bleh, to the Force like he
I
was
thought it
supposed
still
to.
hasn't been done.
He brought balance to it. Like...
Then what's his movie about then?
we
We'll
don't know.
find out in
That was-
December.
that
Well,
was
there,
still-
you gotta read
No,
the
this
books.
is
The
about
books are out.
it's balanced, but now it's got to awaken in December. Force Awaken.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Comic Cast. I'm Mr. Director.
I'm Drooby Dooby Doo.
And I am Cody, the number one homie. Oh, Cody, the number one homie. No, I'm just Cody from what am I from? Convention Reviews. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm from that.
And if you don't know, if this is your first time listening, we are an all-anime podcast after we talk about Star Wars.
We normally got another guy here with us.
Nate,
He's Nate Panty the Donut, the one and only balding.
he's got a hat now. It makes it better.
The Hatted.
That...
He is not here with us because
He had to
passed away
No, he didn't.
at
He
his
had to work.
job. So let's jump right into news. I'm sure there's more news, but these are just a little bit of things that I got. New Attack on Titan trailer for the live action movie. Did you see it?
I have not.
I should have
It's
told you to watch it. It's a full trailer.
We're going to have Drew react to that one.
We could, but that's 2 episodes. We only got 2 to do.
We could do 2 in 1.
2 reacts on one.
Yeah.
That doesn't really fit together though.
It doesn't matter. It'll be cool.
No, I'm not doing that because we're gonna spend the rest of the episode talking about the trailer. I don't want to. And we still got a question to do.
We'll talk about it.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan
How'd it
trailer.
look?
It looks really good.
Looks great.
The first one looked pretty good.
Yeah, this is like that, but way
first one was a
extended. Yeah, the first one was a teaser. This is an actual trailer. And we gotta show you it because it looks really
The
good.
Titans didn't look too great in the first one.
They looked better in this one.
They looked kind of smoggy, like they were hiding in smoke or something. Like that.
They look way better.
Yeah, they look better.
Okay.
I like how they look. I think it's gonna be good for sure.
You gotta remember, it's this is a Japanese studio.
So they probably don't
It's
have
not-
all the resources. We
Yeah,
do
it's not
here.
Hollywood. It's gonna be as good for what Japan can do.
Which they can do pretty good with anime movies. Like,
Because they know the source material.
Well, that's their
like
bread
we
and
know
butter.
like America knows the comic books and comic book movies material and why they're so good and faithful is because we're bred around that.
bread and butter. Yeah.
You know what I mean. But when it comes to Japan, they know the anime and the manga source material because that's what they're growing up around.
so they make it happen. Like Rurouni Kenshin, Death Note.
Mushishi.
That's got a live action. I actually
Haven't
didn't
watched
know
it.
that. This next one might surprise people. This is our last topic of news, and then we'll go on to just actual discussion topics. Not really news, but thought it was interesting. Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli. Now,
I know
do you
him.
know what Studio Ghibli is?
I've
Met
heard
him
them talk
once.
about it.
You did not meet Miyazaki.
I met him. Yeah, we met at McDonald's downtown one
Shut
time.
your mouth.
Yeah, he was there he was there for a convention.
He's lying, guys.
never
Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli is the one that they make, like, Spirited Away. Have you heard of
You
that?
would
That's
like
the
these
Final
movies.
Fantasy movie or something.
No, that's Spirit, whatever. Final Fantasy Spirit. I'm sure you know Studio Ghibli
The
movies. You've seen
Totoro,
them.
Princess Mononoke.
You've probably
He-
never seen the movies, but if I showed you
I
them,
should-
you would know.
Me and you should hang out one time someday and watch.
Me and you should hang out.
We should hang out.
You know what I'm trying to say is we should just hang out more.
We
man.
we never have hung out outside of me and you.
We haven't.
I wonder if there's a
Need to
reason for
change
that. Oh, we don't need to get into that.
What?
He's claiming you don't like me.
Or that you don't like Drew.
No, I love Drew.
I love you too. Let's go, man.
And a friendship was born on the podcast. Okay, well, anyway, if you knew,
Just go back.
Anyway,
I wish you knew who he was,
I'll
because you'll react to this correctly, because it would make you react a specific way. He announced that he's retired now.
Obviously.
Which a lot of people know. But he announced that before he retired, he really wanted to make a movie for an anime, for a manga. There was a manga that had been out for a while. He wanted to take that, turn it into an anime. And the weird thing is, this is not his style. He wanted to make Parasite.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He said that he thought it was a really, like, in-depth, deep, interesting story, and that when you look at it, it actually kind of fits what Ghibli does, even though it's a lot darker.
The Japanese Walt Disney.
Yeah, that's what he is, basically, the Japanese Disney. So imagine if Disney wanted to make Parasite.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really out of their habitat.
The only reason he said he didn't is because he didn't get to the rights quick enough. The other anime by Madhouse had already started production.
I can see that, actually. The more I think about it, that is, like, his movies are always very deep, and, like, you get the sense in every episode that in every movie that something big is going to happen within the first 2 minutes of the movie. Mm-hmm. It just feels grand. I could see him doing Parasite, and the more I think about it, I don't know if it'd be... Would it have been as violent?
I don't know. Honestly, I hate to say this, and I might get burned at the stake by some fans for this, but I'm glad Madhouse did it.
I am
not
too.
Ghibli.
I am very glad.
I like Ghibli, but Madhouse did such an amazing job. I don't want a Parasite that is dubbed in English by Disney, which I like Disney, but like
Wait,
I guess
he wanted to make an anime.
movie,
Oh, a movie.
anime movie,
Yeah.
and it would have been one movie. It would have been, I'm guessing toned down, and the music wouldn't have been the awesome like EDM that they gave it. I'm sure. I don't know, and they may not have updated it the same. Like remember, it was really
Yeah.
updated, like with new technology and stuff.
Either way, it was something I could have seen him doing and making it good.
I just thought it was a very
That's pretty interesting. I like that a lot.
Okay, let's get on to our
I
Topics.
almost started singing question of the day.
let's get on to the question of the day from the Comic or from Weekday One Up. Okay, here's our topics. I'll let you guys pick what you want to talk about. Actually,
What's rock paper scissors for?
we'll actually end off last week's topic here really quick because we kind of wanted Drew's opinion on it. What do you think about texting while watching anime?
You can't do it.
So you agree with me?
You can't do it.
Because Dakota says
Especially with
that
subs.
you can. That's what I'm saying. When it's subbed, okay, here's the conclusion we came to. See if you agree with me or not. That there's some shows, even if it's subbed, that you can maybe get away with it. Because you're not missing too much, like to look down every now and then, you know. It's not nothing too deep's going on. But there's other shows that like you just literally you gotta like turn your phone over and like step away. Do you agree with that?
I don't know, dude. If I'm texting, I can't do it. I
You
guess
can't
it
do it
just
at
depends
all?
on what kind of texter you are. But me, if I'm, because I can't. I tried to text and watch a show, and I'll just be like, because I'm in my mind, I'm just like, well, I can picture. I don't have to read everything. I can see what's going on. But you can't do that.
Then you realize that you
Yeah,
missed stuff.
you miss stuff and you end up rewinding it.
Yeah. Well, some of us do.
I do.
I do.
You don't?
With that phone that I did have, I couldn't because I didn't know where my thumb was going. But I got the iPhone back now, and I can sit there and
See, I can't do
look
that.
down, make sure it's good. Okay, send.
I can't do that.
I can do it.
But yeah, but texting while watching
I feel
anime
like-
is not good.
Bro, I feel like a weekday one-up is going to come out of this eventually, where we put on an anime and we say, text, while we watch it, and we'll figure,
Yeah,
and then
like
I'll
something
quiz
you've
you.
never seen, and then ask you
Yeah,
questions
and I'll
about
quiz
it.
you on what happened.
And we'll just text
That's
you.
actually, and that's a way for you to prove to us that you're actually
Capable.
getting it.
I need to prove myself to you.
You don't need to, but it sounds like a good episode.
Nah.
No.
You don't want to lose.
He doesn't want to lose. He's like, man, I'm not going to have any idea what happened.
I'm not saying that. I just don't want to do it.
Uh-huh. Okay, sure.
Hey, that's what happened with me on my first time on Gurren Lagann.
Oh, you just texted all the time?
Just zombie did. I was
Well,
not
the thing
paying
is, I
attention.
used to text when watching anime, and that's why I stopped, because I was like, I realized I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do for the most part, but there'd be, like, little things, and I'm like, what? Am I supposed to know that? And I'd have to, like, look it up and be like, I'm supposed to know that, I guess. Like, I don't know.
You can't do it. I don't know how you do it if you do, but
I don't know
can't.
what you do, Drew, but I am to the point that if I'm texting a person and I'm about to watch a show, I'm like, I gotta text you in 20 minutes. I gotta go for 20 minutes.
I just don't text him back. I don't give him an explanation. I just
Well,
wait.
sometimes I don't give them an explanation. It depends who it is. If it's someone that texts fast and like I'm going back and forth, I'll be like, "Hey, give me a minute. I'll be right back."
Yeah.
But if
I like
they take long anyway.
Yeah. And I like to eat when I watch anime.
I'm like Drew. If I'm gonna
Oh,
not
you eat when
take-
you watch anime?
I'll like
Oh,
pause and
That's
go get
another
food, and
thing.
then I come
That's
down here and I'll
that's
eat and watch
talent.
it.
That's
You can't do that.
you can text that you can't eat.
I cannot eat while watching anime.
love
I totally agree with you, bro. But I don't see how you can text and
I love
not
to eat.
eat.
All right, moving on to eating now.
Yeah, let's talk about eating while watching anime because I can't do that.
I can
watching
do it.
anime.
I can do it, especially burgers. Any handheld food that you can just pick up, I can do it. 'Cause
Maybe
you just
like a
hold it.
burger. I
If it's
could
like a
do.
candy bar or something, maybe, or
Candy bar, like a burger. Yeah, handheld food. I could do
Soup.
it.
but like
No, I
can't-
could not do soup.
I can't. I like this morning when I was getting ready to watch Arslan.
Good show, bro.
It's really good.
It is good.
I was getting ready to watch that, and then I was like, okay, and then I was like, I just poured a bowl of cereal, and Legend of Zorro was on, so I got that to entertain for a minute. But I was sitting there, and then then I got done, and then I was like, you know what? I'm out of cereal, but there's still milk left. Shh, 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 shh.
I do that sometimes.
Oh, you do that?
I can barely ever have just one bowl of cereal. It's usually two.
Oh, wow.
If the cereal's really sweet, I'll just drink that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I drink the milk sometimes, but more often than not, we give it to the animals because they
Really?
really like it. Link's often sitting right there begging for it. So,
Give me the milk. I need it.
man, he's turned into like a dog, man. Today, I was making a turkey sandwich.
Link
and-
is his cat.
yeah, he jumped. You know how tall the island is. He
Yeah.
like stretched out and put his paws up like on top of the island and was like, meow, like asking for turkey, and I'm like, dude,
My dog-
chill out.
My dog Odin's been doing that lately. He's been jumping up over the sink, being like, "Give me water."
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the other topics, Drew.
I'm listening. This isn't anime.
Okay, here's the other topics, guys. You guys pick which one you want to talk about.
All right.
Watching shows weekly versus binge watching. Now, a lot of these come from weekday one up, but there'll be a lot expanded on here. Anime hiding endings after the credits.
I don't like that.
Do you want to talk about that?
Let's
I
talk
don't
about
care.
that. I was
Okay.
thinking about that. I forgot we are going to do that.
So, they do this in a lot of anime nowadays. Actually, they've done it for a while.
It's annoying.
Especially when you're binge watching and you just power through. Like after the episode's over, a lot of times I'll skip and just jump to the next one.
Same, because I don't
Yeah.
like watching the preview for the next episode
No,
because
I
I like being fresh. I don't want to see any spoilers. Like, it's to the point where it's always a joke in my head, but to the point where if I see, like, say if it's ours and I just happen to see them riding on a field, I'm like, oh no, he rides on a field.
Yeah.
Spoiled. Can't watch the episode.
Yeah. I'd never watch previews for the next episode. Never.
I don't anymore.
On accident, I do sometimes.
Yeah, I do on accident sometimes because I'm skipping to the end to try and see the secret ending. And the worst part is you don't know what shows are gonna do it. You know some of them do it. Soma or Food Wars, they do it every episode.
I haven't watched not one of them.
Yeah, they do it every single episode. So that's some of them you know.
Oh man, I forgot to do it for Soma.
Let me think what happened. Oh, you didn't miss much. It was just for episode 3, the secret ending was the blonde girl who we don't like was walking down the hallway, and her little assistant girl, I don't know her name, she ran up and she was like, Soma got the highest grade possible in that class, and she just like turned around and like flipped out. She was like, don't speak that name to me. He's trash beneath my feet.
She is ignorant.
Like all that, just her being stupid. So you didn't miss anything on that.
Well, that made me. I'm sure you guys already talked about the first episode.
If you want to talk about Soma, you can. Because you've not been here to talk about it.
I just don't like her at all. I don't know if I'm ever gonna like her because she's such. She's a bitch.
I don't like her.
First of all, she flunked him. The only reason he got in because her dad was on the outskirts and her
Granddad.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought it was her dad.
Is it
her
her
granddad?
dad?
I think it's her dad.
Really?
Mhm.
I thought it
dad.
was her granddad.
It's her dad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only reason she got in. I don't like that. And she just lied to him. I mean, it's one thing to be jealous of the guy, but you lied to him. This is something
She's doing it
good
out
at.
of pride. She's just like,
Yeah, just
I'm not gonna
because-
let you in. It's gonna hurt my
Yeah,
pride.
and she was just. I don't like her character.
Girl
at all.
pair.
I hopefully the girl that he got hooked up with in the second.
I like
episode,
her.
liked her.
I like
I hope
her a
she
lot.
grows more and becomes more confident. Hopefully she does.
I don't
And I like that she's from America.
Oh yeah. The blonde girl, I don't like her just because it made it even worse in the 3rd episode. She said during her like speech or whatever at the beginning, she was like, I feel sorry for anybody in my class who's in there with me because you're not gonna make it.
And I haven't even seen her cook anything yet.
Right?
She just has a god's tongue.
Yeah, let's say you cook.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. All she
Watch,
does
she's
is
gonna
eat
cook
food.
in an episode, and
Dude,
It's gonna suck.
no, it's gonna be amazing.
the
And
octopus
then you guys
things
gonna be
are
like,
getting me though. That's weird for me.
What
every
is it
time-
with him and the squid?
The octopus is killing me, dude. I mean, the last one was funny when she was like dripping in honey and they got her, but
Yeah.
some of them they
She was
just
like,
scare.
oh, it must be so good. He's such a good cook.
And he's like, here you go. And we knew. We were like, oh god.
I was like,
this
no,
girl.
don't eat it, girl.
What's that? Him and his dad had a little competition for like the worst dish you can make. Or
No,
something.
was it worse?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the worst
yeah.
dish you
Well,
can
every
make.
day they fought for
Best.
Worst
the best,
combination
but
or
then
something like
yeah,
that.
they would also fight for the worst.
And he did like his main for that is like squid.
Yeah.
And he tried squid.
But the
and peanut
dude is
butter.
awesome. Like when those guys
Soma.
threw that salt in his thing,
Yeah.
he was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, okay.
He was just like, whatever.
And then he like, I don't know if I feel like he kind of taught the teacher something that the teacher was like, dang.
Yeah,
he
I
made
wouldn't
the
even have
teacher
thought of that.
smile.
yeah.
We were
I
supposed
knew
to be
it was
talking
gonna
about
happen,
something
but-
It's just, oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting carried on. But that show's really good.
Oh.
I'm a big,
We didn't cover that up.
I don't have anything.
Ah!
I got big hopes for that show.
I think it's gonna go far. Another show I think is gonna go far. I think a lot of them are. We can talk about the shows in a
They
second.
must have turned something on.
Let's finish talking about the secret ending. So I think it all started with,
I don't think
for me, with what is it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
Like they have secret endings in half the episodes on that thing.
I don't know. I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
missed like the majority of them, and there is stuff that they say in the show that you're supposed to have seen in the secret ending.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
What's the point in the secret ending?
I honestly don't know why. Oh, here's my thing. It's cool when you go to see a Marvel movie.
Oh, it's amazing. You
Yeah,
expect
you're
it.
like, oh, after the credits.
Yeah, you
gotta
sit
watch
there after
that.
the credits and it's all exciting. You're like, you see all the fools leaving, all the casuals. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm done with the movie. And you're like, haha, fools.
You're like, you didn't get to see the premonition for the next movie.
Yeah, you don't get to see Spider-Man swing in at the end of Avengers 2 and be like, I'm gonna be here in Avengers 3.
Oh,
Who were they
came out,
getting?
they announced that was
Have they
fake.
casted anybody for him yet?
And also, what was fake?
The Spider-Man. It's not actually gonna happen.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
don't-
about?
That
I
was
didn't
a-
hear him ever anannounce anything.
That was a rumor. Like
Oh, it
there was
was?
a rumor going around that there
Of
was
course
gonna
they're
be
gonna say that's fake because they want you to be surprised in the trailer. They're not gonna come out and
No,
say, yeah,
like,
Spider-Man's gonna be
apparently
here.
They apparently it was IGN posted it.
Oh, really?
I think it was IGN. Might have been Superhero Feed.
Did one of you guys post something? I'm gonna get off the topic, but I saw something about the Marvel Civil War starting already.
Already?
All
With
I
Captain
did
America, it's like a bloody hand holding Captain America's hat, or
Oh, in the
Iron
new
Man.
movie?
for Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Why are
gonna-
they doing that so early? I thought Steve Rogers signed on for like 6 movies,
I have no
including his. Like he should have 3 more good movies. And if they're starting Civil War, he's gonna be dying.
idea. Well, no, the third Avengers movie is going to be Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. And the way it looks is right now they're on Phase 3 right now. Phase 1 was Iron Man through I don't remember. It was Iron Man through Avengers. Phase 2 was Iron Man 3 through Iron Man 3 through I think Avengers 2. And then right now they're getting ready to do Phase 3, which is Daredevil. Daredevil's part of because he's gonna be in the. Supposedly, I looked it up all online to see if he was gonna be in it, and he's part of
I
that
really
universe.
don't want Daredevil to be in it.
Oh, I hope he's in it so much.
Dude, Daredevil has been crushed for me since Ben Affleck.
No. You give this show time.
No, I've been watching the show. The show's good. I'm gonna keep watching it, but he's not as badass as I hope.
Give it time.
So secret
back to
endings
secret
in
endings,
anime. I hate it. I don't know why they do it. I'm assuming we all hate it.
I need
There's
to
not
start
really a lot to
remembering.
talk about here. Like, what I want to say is I started, like, finally, I just skip to the end every time. I skip after the credits. And if it just starts showing the next episode, I just pause it right there. And I'm like, all right, let's just go to the next episode then. Or turn it off. But if it, like, you can tell if it's going to be a secret ending. Because if they're showing the next episode, normally there's, like, a little bit of background music. And, like, it's like, oh, in the next episode, blah, 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 blah. Arslan's gonna go do this. But if it's a secret ending, it's like, you can tell. Like, this is clearly different.
I agree.
So
Yeah,
my advice is
I
just start
concur.
skipping to the ending of every show that you watch to
I'm not
see
gonna
if
remember.
I even made it. I consciously was like at Food Wars. I was like, all right, probably a secret ending. We'll wait till the end, and I didn't.
I'm just not gonna remember. I don't have time to really soak in my anime like I used to.
what happened.
I feel like I'm running all the time, and I go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. I don't have time to soak it in.
You were soaking it in back when we were going to the gym like 4 or 5 days a week.
I don't know what's changed.
You used to take your laptop everywhere.
I
Maybe
do
you're not
take
watching it
It's
everywhere.
in my car.
I just remember you used to tell me you're like, I'm watching it at work. I'm watching it
I
everywhere.
do watch it at work.
You're still
sometimes.
watching it at work?
Sometimes.
Did you ever finish Majin Bone?
Nope. It's just so much, man.
All right, well, let's talk about the shows from this season then, just because I want to hear. I feel like we've talked them to death, but I kind of want to hear Drew's opinion on them.
I haven't watched all of them, so.
Well, I want to hear the ones that you've watched. So let me go to the spring anime just to make sure we don't forget anything. We talked about Soma. You like it. Don Machi,
Don Machi's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really
also
liking the
known as
character.
Is It Okay to Pick Up a Girl and whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget that name. That was a bad choice, I think, guys.
From now on, if we're talking about, if you listen to this podcast, if you hear us talking about Don Machi, we're talking about, is it okay to
Pick up girls in a dungeon.
something like that.
Yeah. So Don Machi, you like it?
It's got to be close to my favorite show. The only reason I like Soma better because I just love that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His confidence just.
He's got the
blows it out.
Naruto Luffy thing going.
But he's not like a douche about it either.
No.
Well, neither is Naruto or Luffy.
Naruto's kind of a douche about it.
Naruto's not. I was gonna actually say the other way. Luffy's kind of a douche about it.
Luffy,
You've never heard of me? I'm the dude who's gonna be king of the pirates. What are you talking about? You're not gonna be king, because that's me. What are you talking about? Luffy's more of a douche than Naruto is.
been a while.
You've
since-
not watched enough Naruto.
I've watched
Don't-
the beginning of Naruto. He's kind of a douche where I'm at.
Well, because he's a kid. But I mean, overall,
Where he
he's-
gets, I'm sure he's cool, but where I'm at, he's kind of a douche.
You don't like that sexy jutsu?
Fuck that.
So yeah, I really like Don Machi. I like the animation a lot. The
Oh,
animation kind of brings me back to Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Is it
show
the
actually brings me
same-
back
is
to
it
Sword
the same
Art.
company?
No,
No.
A1 did Sword Art, and this is
I still owe you
I
a
don't
steak.
remember.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot.
damn.
What else are you watching? You're watching Seraph?
I am watching Sarah.
You like it?
It was my favorite show when I watched all the shows for the first episode.
I thought it probably had close to the best.
Yeah, when I
It
first
had the best.
watched all of them.
I think I still say it had the best first episode.
It was a good episode. Great introductory, good hook, stuff like that. That was good, but
Then they put him
Now-
in school.
yeah.
I haven't seen the third episode.
I like it. It's a little.
Is it back on pace?
It's build up.
Is a build up?
But it's,
Like
it's a
I'm
little
saying.
back on pace. They explain the school thing better. What they actually explain about the school and why he's in it made it make a lot more sense.
You can tell me.
I haven't
I'll
watched
watch
the third
it.
episode. Don't tell
It's
me.
Oh, you haven't watched
It's
it
like
either?
a big
I'm only
spoiler.
second episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can watch it now that I got the computer situation figured out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to drop big spoils like
Okay.
that.
Big spoils, no, but little things. We can talk about it.
Yeah, but this is a big one.
Okay.
Did you watch Plastic Memories?
I watched the first episode and some of the second.
Didn't like it?
It's too touchy for me. I mean, I need some type of action. I need something. I can't do. I mean, that sounds
I like.
shallow, but I cannot get hooked. It's like I can't do
You
it.
can't take just a story.
You've
don't
seen
know
the
what-
third Plastic?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Again, build up.
It's more build
I
up.
feel like that whole
I'm
show's
tell-
gonna be built up.
I've made it this far. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna stick it through because I kind of want to know because the way they ended in the second episode.
I feel like it's worth watching. Like, yeah, with the way they ended in the second.
The way they ended the second. Do you know how they ended the second episode? Do you mind me telling?
The last thing I remember is that girl jumped off the roof to try to go get somebody.
Mm.
She like jumped off
That's in the
balcony.
first episode.
Yeah.
Really? Damn. Well, maybe
The second episode, they explain.
Well, sorry guys, I lied.
Um,
Well, maybe my memory's just bad.
well, that's been proven time and time again.
Yeah, that has been proven.
No, I'm just teasing.
This guy asked me this morning. He writes me, "What are we talking about on the Comic Cast today?" So I literally copy all my notes and send it to him. And then we get here and he goes, "What are we talking about? I can't remember." And I'm like, "Dude, it's in your phone.
Go check the messages.
It's literally in your phone. Like, come on,
Well, tell
man.
me what's so epic about it.
It's
it's
not
not
epic.
epic.
It's
See, man, that's how I felt about Death Parade. I was like, Death Parade has little
No,
action
Death
here and
Parade
there.
is epic.
I mean, it was okay.
No, it was really
Did
epic.
you finish it?
I didn't finish. I got
You
3
guys
episodes
still
to
haven't
go.
finished it. So
It doesn't matter.
They don't.
But
know
up
how to
through
finish
episode
it.
9, which I've already seen, it was really epic.
It was all build up for me. I mean, there were some epic
All
parts where you're just
build
like, oh, their life was so touching and oh my gosh.
No,
there was so
dude, that
really-
show,
but it was
that's the
not
only
built
show that,
epic.
like, for a show where it's different every episode, got me to, like, straight up tear up. I straight teared up on that show.
One tear, and you should. If you're teared up on that, you're gonna be crying at the end.
You're heartless, bro. You're
No,
a
I'm not, dude.
heartless
I told you I
monster.
watched Fast and Furious the other day and I cried.
You crying at cars, but you're not even gonna...
Fast and the
Dude, it was
Furious.
good. Paul Walker. It wasn't the movie. It was Paul Walker. He's dead. It hit me when I watched the end of it. The way they did it, it was just amazing. They did.
So
a good
you're
job.
saying that they're using his death to their advantage to
I
make
think
it...
they did. No, it was like
That's
a goodbye.
dark.
It was like a
That's dark.
farewell.
Oh, it's a
It was like a
farewell.
farewell to him. Like the way I can't explain it. Well, you guys aren't going to see the movie.
Probably not.
No.
I saw
But-
the fifth one and I was like, this is dumb.
He didn't die. I was thinking they were going to kill him off, but the way they
Maybe
ended it,
we
he was
shouldn't be
just.
saying this.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Because we don't warn for spoils about...
All I
going
know,
on, man?
it was good.
You want to check it out?
I am.
No,
I am.
we'll talk. Drew's got it.
I can't be emotional. I'm not a stone cold person.
Put that speaker there. And
Sorry, guys. We thought someone was messing in our studio. Okay.
we didn't finish Plastic Memories.
Oh, you want
I
to...
want
Yeah,
you
let's
guys to tell me why. I mean, make me watch it. Sell me the show.
I don't think we can sell this.
We
to
can't
you.
really-
Sell me
can't
Death
really sell-
Parade.
We can't sell it to you. I was just gonna explain to you the reason I'm gonna keep watching it. The reason is the way they end the second episode because they explained in the first episode that they have 9 years and X amount of months
9 years.
before they start going haywire and glitching.
I haven't seen anybody glitch.
they get 'em
because they
before.
get them in time.
Well, I thought
just-
the
I
old
have a
lady.
feeling-
He didn't get the old lady in time.
No, they
The
got
old lady's not a...
I mean, like to her.
they got
They
her.
got her?
They got her a day before.
Well, why did they keep? No, they went like she went like 3 or 4 times.
You-
they,
did you
they
finish
have,
the first
They go
episode?
5 days. They have 5 days.
Did you see him get the kid?
Yeah, I saw her get him.
Oh, so you finished the first episode. Yeah, they have 5 days to do it.
They have 5 days to do it, and then if they don't do it in the 5 days, I have a feeling there'll be an episode about this.
Oh, yeah.
But they end the second episode because the main girl with the white hair, she is a Giftia, and they explain that she is sorry.
She's getting human emotions.
Well, she's got human emotions. And I think I'm starting to figure it out. The way they did the second episode, she says she's afraid, or the third episode, she says she's afraid of losing her memories.
Mm-hmm.
And they explain they just kind of like pass over it, and they're like, yeah, she's only got 188 days left, or something crazy.
They said the hours, and you put it into...
Oh, yeah,
You looked
yeah.
it up, and it was like 3 months.
She only has X amount of hours, and she had like a little under 3 months.
Before she's going
Before
to
she
live
has
this
to
life
be,
that
before
she's
she
in.
has to be decommissioned. And the way they're doing it in the show right now is they make her and the main guy room together for, and so they can, because they're partners, so they can get to know each other. And he tries desperately everything he can because he's kind of got a crush on her. He's doing everything he can to get it through to her somehow. And every day she just kind of sits in her chair. She'll be like, "Do you want some
Is this
tea?"
some episode 3 stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want spoilers.
Oh, well, then I won't spoil it. But basically, she just does nothing the entire episode. And the way I understand it...
Really looking forward to watching that. To watch her do
Tell me why
nothing.
you want to watch it, bro. You're telling me.
He
what's
wants to
happening.
watch
Tell
it
me
because
why you're
she's
drawn.
gonna die.
Because they're basically... said that she's going to die.
So you want to see her die?
I
I
want
wanna
to watch
see-
it because you know that ending's gonna be so emotionally
It's gonna
charged.
be good.
It's
I
gonna
think
hit you.
in the third episode,
I don't think you should watch it, Drew, because I
it's
think
not up your alley.
you don't like things that don't have anything epic in it. Like you gotta have something epic.
I'm
So it's
excited.
not
I
for
like
you.
it for the story. I like story-driven anime a lot.
Yeah, it's story driven. You can't deal with story driven.
And
You
it's-
need
they're-
mindless fighting.
They're a developing character.
Watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't even like Dragon Ball like that.
You would.
I don't like it like that, man. Stop.
You would, bro.
All right, moving on.
Okay. What do you think about? What should we do next? Gunslinger?
I haven't.
I'm only 2 episodes.
I'm talking to Drew.
Oh.
Because remember, I said we just wanted to hear what he had to say.
Oh.
Because we have not talked to him about any of these.
Okay.
I think Gunslinger is. I told you that I'm still at the same place when I talked to you about it.
Oh, the story sounds stupid. The backstory.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Past that, is it gotten better?
Oh no, I've not seen past it. I've not seen
No.
past it.
Well, yeah, I'm just a little lost with the whole 2 worlds fighting your other counterpart in another world. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's confusing right now, but I'm hoping that it mashes together real well and I'll get it. I don't want it to be super complicated, so I'm just like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Or what's this doing? I just want it to be less complex.
Feels like a video game to me.
Yeah, because the way with the whole
Because it is
flying-
based off a video game.
Yeah, I read that. It's based on.
But
yeah.
it just feels like too much.
I
of
think
one.
it could be good if they didn't make it so complicated. And
I think I'm really hoping that it's just gonna not be as complicated as they said,
Mhm.
and it's just gonna end up being mindless fighting. That's
Yeah.
what I want out of
I
that show.
hope it just turns out to be like that.
I know I was just saying I like story-driven anime, like Plastic Memories,
Sometimes
but
you need some mindless.
yeah, I want a mindless shonen anime. That's all what I want out of that show,
Yeah.
and that's all I wanted to give me. All right, what did you think about Kekai Sensen? You said you
I
only
only
watched the first one.
episode.
What did you think about the first episode?
At first, I thought my first thought on the main character was that he's
Oh, you probably
he's
hated
kind
him.
of a chump.
I forget that you hate main characters who aren't immediately beastly.
I just don't like weaklings.
Yeah, he lives as a weakling in his own life.
But
I'm just kidding.
I love how everybody's so cool with. I mean, how long has it been since the worlds have collided
3
or
or
whatever?
4 years, something like that.
I just love how everybody's all cool with this. Kind of like gives me that Star Wars feel where they're all
Yeah.
just walking around as
Yeah.
humans and
I never thought
people
about
walking
that.
around. So
I was thinking
It
about
gave
that.
me
I
a
was
red
watching.
line feel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
See, I watched Red
They-
Line, but I didn't remember that.
It's a good movie.
It is. I seen it. Cody made me watch it.
Speaking of
It was worth
movies,
it, right? Did you
Yeah,
let
it
your
was really
brother
good.
watch it? Because you had
I
it.
don't remember.
Speaking of movies, we gotta show Drew that one trailer that Nate didn't like.
Oh, that movie looks so dope, dude. Okay. So you like it? Cool.
Is he? He kind of seems like a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. from
That's what
I
it
got.
feels like. Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time. Well, but he is there for a reason. He's trying to learn more about what happened with his sister.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, so he's there for a reason, but I think he also is kind of getting thrown into things a little
Yeah,
bit.
for sure.
This damn monkey.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's
What
cool.
they named the monkey?
Sonic.
Sonic. That's right.
This should because he's so freaking fast.
Third episode's, just as a warning for when you guys are there, it's pretty slow.
Is it?
It's not bad. It's just explaining something that, like, I didn't really need explained to me.
Oh, the end of the second episode.
Yeah, from what the fourth one looks like, because I had to watch. I don't often watch the previews, but I did on that one because I was like, I want to just make sure the speed's up, and it looks really good.
I have a feeling it'll get good because of the way the first episode looked in the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, they're building it.
I'm
and
sure
stuff.
it'll
And the
get-
second one was good too.
Yeah.
So. If not a little confusing. The one thing I'll say about that show is it's the hardest show that I've seen this season to follow. I'm having a tough time following every plot point that's going on. Like, it's complicated. But I like it though. Arslan.
I'm caught up.
Arson gives me, I don't know why, but it gives me that FMA feel just because I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I never
Because
thought about that.
I don't know why, but I connect with that guy Darium. He's a beast. He just reminds me of
You
Link.
connect with him because he's a beast, you're a beast.
Yeah, we're
You know,
beast
Beast
brothers.
just connect. We're Beast Brothers.
Oh, I just.
You're good with a
What?
sword.
I was thinking on the weekday one up, dude. We gotta talk to them about them making a Beast Boy movie. I think that'd be so
A
awesome.
Beast Boy movie? Oh, yeah.
That's DC.
That'd be
Beast Boy is
great.
DC.
Or just a Teen Titans
If
movie.
you guys want to hear us talk about all things the DC Cinematic Universe, you should check out Weekday One Up
Yep.
on YouTube.
Mhm.
It's not out yet, but it'll be out like a day after this podcast comes out. So.
But yeah, I just that guy Darium. That's his name, right? Darium.
Darium.
Darian.
And then he's just, and you
That's
see
a
that
badass
it
name,
makes
too.
the king Arson's dad.
Are
kinda
you all
comes
the way
off
caught
as
up?
an
You seen
asshole-
all three?
Asshole. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk.
You've not seen all three?
If you
What
guys,
was the last
No, we were talking
No.
at my house. He's only seen two.
I've only seen two.
Man.
He's
When
not seen the
Arson
Silver
was fighting
Mask
that
yet.
freaking coward traitor.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was gonna happen, dude. And that dude, Ling tried to tell the king, but the king was just like, "You're an
Ling?
idiot."
You calling him Ling?
I'm gonna call him Ling. He tried to tell him. He's Ling with his eyes open.
I hate the king, dude.
He's a dude.
Oh, the king's such a douchebag.
He's
He's
an
like the
idiot.
definition of arrogant.
He's a
I know
chump.
everything king. You know
What I think is gonna happen to him, I'm happy it's gonna happen to him.
Same.
I think he's gonna die.
I hope he dies really bad.
Never seen the king.
Man, what happens in the 3rd episode though? Silver Mask, dude.
Oh,
Silver
man.
Mask is a beast, dude.
Man, I want to see more.
I
from
want you to
that
see
guy.
the 3rd one so you can see Silver Mask.
Silver
in your,
Mask on Arslan team or on?
No.
Oh, on the other team. You're immediately gonna be like, Daryon needs to fight him.
Yeah, that's a fight that needs to.
Ling versus Silver Mask is gonna be what?
Yeah, Daryun is a beast. This dude is a beast.
If there's any show this season that I wish I wasn't watching seasonal and I wish I was just binge watching, it's Arslan.
Same.
Because I want to know
At
what
the end of every
happens.
episode, I'm
Is there
just
gonna
like,
be a
oh.
lot of time skips?
I think there's gonna be another time skip.
I think there'll be at least.
He's
another.
gonna be
Because
an
he's already
adult.
done 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 years.
He's gonna maybe not be an adult, but he's at least gonna be like.
He's got to
18,
run
19.
into that kid though,
Is it-
right?
Oh,
maybe.
I would assume they would, just because of how they teased it just a little bit. I would assume.
I don't think they have to, but I think because
It's not something that if they didn't do, I'd be like, oh damn, they didn't do this. But if they did, but I'm not going to be surprised if they do it.
I think it's something that like they could.
We haven't
It would
read the
make
manga
sense.
or read the books, so don't spoil.
Yeah,
But
please.
I think that they could also not do it because I think they could just use the boy as a plot device to show you the world and be like, hey, there's this other country, slavery and stuff.
I agree.
All this stuff's going on. And the 3rd one also introduced even more of the religious aspect. I really like how the show's like mirroring kind of the real world, like how
Yeah.
all this wars and things are happening for religious causes, and like you look at each side, and these people they really think like I'm gonna spoil a little something, but it's not too bad from the 3rd episode, where the other side they're talking about how I guess it was their king. He was talking about how he's killed babies and children, and he was like,
genocide.
yeah, he was like, do you think? He's like, I can't ever forget that. It never leaves my mind. Like, is our God? It's okay. Is our God gonna accept us because we killed babies, even though they didn't believe in our God, but they're not old enough to? I don't know. It's a really interesting concept that they're throwing around in that show,
It seems really political and religious too. Like, with
but
the
in
whole
like
thing.
in a way that is super
It
accessible.
really reminds me of Game of Thrones, the anime.
But it's so accessible.
You guys need to watch that show I watched with
Marksman?
Madonna Novana. I can't. Lord's Marksman.
Yeah, Lord's Marksman. It reminded me of that. I've not seen it, but I saw an AMV of it.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I don't. You
yeah.
said it got bad rep, but I thought it was good.
It did get bad rep. But hey, a lot of things get bad rep. Screw them.
I thought it was really good.
Wasn't that one show that Nate watched in like the top 10 of?
Best shows, Absolute Duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like top 10, and you thought it was garbage.
Nate even thought it was garbage by the end.
Oh yeah, I
He
remember.
said the last 3 episodes are terrible.
Yeah. I love Arslan though. That's my show. Another show that's my show. Just want to throw it out again. Show by Roddy.
Oh my! I need to see the 3rd episode.
I think Drew's not gonna like that show, but I want him to try it just because I don't know, man. Like I really don't know. It's so like not up his alley, but at the same time,
It
when it
is.
is epic, it is really epic. Like there's some moments you don't look at it and think this is gonna be epic, but when they do the epic moments, it's like, whoa, this could be my number one.
Are you putting it on there?
You should watch it, man. You should at least watch the first
least
episode,
the
and if
first
you're not
episode.
interested after that, don't ever watch anymore.
Yeah, and you can.
But
call
just to
stupid.
just to see exactly what it is, because it's not anything like it looks like. You just gotta try it, man. Let's finish this out. That might be everything. Is that all you watched?
That's
Drew?
all the show.
Did you watch Punchline?
No.
Have you watched the second Punchline? I haven't either. I don't know if it's any good.
I also didn't watch Tri-Age. I should.
Okay. What do we want to talk about, guys? I don't know what else to talk about. Anyone got? I've
Do we
got
wanna
some
take a-
topics, but I want Nate there.
Do we want to take a quick break
And do what?
and just reconvene?
I don't, because I want to get this done, because every second the battery is dying.
Yeah.
We don't have it in charge.
I forgot.
It looks like it's less dead than it is. Trust me.
I got
know
you.
this.
I forgot about. I keep forgetting that somebody forgot the charger.
I guess we can talk about weekly versus binge watching.
I guess.
All right, Drew, because I think you'll have an opinion on this. Me and Dakota have talked about this on a weekday one-up. What do you think about watching an anime weekly compared to watching it binge watching? What's the pros and the cons to each for you in your mind?
Been watching. I guess weekly watching, I feel like I forget a lot of things when I'm weekly watching. I feel like I need a refresher when I watch
agree with that.
weekly.
I agree.
We didn't
anime.
even talk about that.
But I also like weekly anime because it builds the show up a lot for me. Because I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see that next episode next week.
For me personally, not to interrupt you, but you just made me think of this. Chris, actually, my brother mentioned this to me once, and I forgot about it, that he remembered a show a lot better than I remembered it. Because he watched it weekly, where I binge watched it. When you watch it weekly,
You have more time to think
Yeah,
about
you
it
got
and
more
process it.
time about it. You're putting more time into it. And you're thinking about it more, because you got to go back and remember every week. You got to be like, oh my god, what happened? But when you're binge watching, you're just getting the information. You're not really processing it as much, and then you forget the show quicker.
Yeah.
So that's a plus.
That happened to me when I caught up on Doctor Who on Netflix and had to watch it weekly. Like, there were things that, like, a friend of mine would be like, remember this happened in this episode? I'd be like, what are you talking about?
But they watched it weekly, didn't they?
No, no, they just watched it religiously. He just watched it so, like, all the time, and then I would go back and watched it weekly anyway. Yeah, you get the idea.
But yeah, I like that about watching it weekly. You have more time. Like, for example, Tokyo Ghoul, the first one. I like the first season better, but I feel like I remember as a whole Route A more because I watched it weekly. Like, we spent more time talking about it. We talked about it a lot more. The first season, I just watched it in a day, and then we just kind of talked about the ending. So I remember the ending really good, and I remember a couple plot points. I mean, I remember it all, but
I don't remember it that well.
like, you see it, but do you remember Route A more?
Yeah, well, it's so fresh.
Well, it is fresh, but I think it's also just because,
We watched
and like with
everything.
Parasite, like I feel like I'm gonna remember that for
Parasite
a
for a
while
long time.
because we didn't binge watch it because we watched it weekly.
Yeah. You kind of cram it in when you're binge watching.
Yeah.
I had a thought and I lost it.
We should make a drinking game every time one of us forgets a thought.
Drink.
Shot.
I think we don't want to kill our viewers. Our viewers.
Every time Dakota's voice cracks.
I'm trying to think of a positive about watching and binge thing.
Binge watching? You don't have. There's no positive.
There's
I think
You
there's
get the
plenty of
anime, you
positives.
get caught up really fast.
I thought you liked binge
I
watching
love
more.
binge watching.
Because I remember you telling me that it was killing you to have to watch them.
Which one? What show was I talking about?
None specifically. It was when we first started the podcast and the last season started, and you were watching a bunch of stuff. Tokyo Ghoul and Parasite, that's what you're talking about. Having to watch them weekly, and you were talking about, like, compared to in the past where you could just sit there and watch it all.
Because that was the
it's
first
killing me, man.
Wasn't that the first time you'd actually had to sit down and watch weekly stuff?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, up there. I don't know.
I
Still rookie in the anime world.
I remember first season of Tokyo Ghoul more than second season.
Really?
Mainly because I think I liked the first season more.
Me too.
And I think the second season, it was good. There had a lot of good things about it, but I mean...
I'll never forget that episode 11.
I don't even remember what happened in episode 11.
It's the one where the second owl showed up and the...
We knew that was coming, though.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Well, me and Nate did.
Drew and Nate are like the prophets of anime.
They are. Nate will be like, so this thing's going to happen. And then it'll happen, and I'll be like, you mother...
And Drew will be like, you want to bet a stake on it? And then he'll win.
Man, we were close on that stake bet. Come on.
That
We
was
were close.
Hey, I wasn't even worried about it. And then I was like, oh, shit, I won.
Oh, shit.
I texted him that day. I was like, "Have you watched the last episode?"
He tried to
of
trick
Parasite?"
me.
And
He tried
was-
to reverse psychology me.
And he was like, "Yeah, I guess I owe you a steak." And I was like, "Just watch it, dude." And I sent him a winky face. I was like, "Just watch it, man." And he's thinking, "Dang, I probably do it." And then he was like, "I win."
Who was that to? Drew? Well, if you don't have anything else to say about it, let me see how far in the podcast are we. We can do one more topic and then we'll wrap it up. Since we don't really have anything else that I've got written down I want to talk about without Nate here, because I want us all here for a couple of these. Do you want to talk about the Batman v Superman trailer? Because you wanted to
down
talk about
for
it
it.
at the beginning.
I guess we can, but I mean, I'm the only one that liked it.
Well, that's
I'm not
why it'll
gonna
be
say I
debate. We can
dislike-
if we all liked it, it'd be real quick. We like
Let
it.
me tell you what I didn't like about it.
We're going off anime, guys. If you're not into this, peace out. But if you want to hear it, stick around.
First of all, Batman, he's one of my favorite superheroes.
I'm reading the Batman comic.
Why? Because he doesn't have any superpower. He's just a fucking badass.
That's why everybody loves
That's
it.
why I like Daredevil and Green Arrow.
Well, I feel like Daredevil has superpower
Daredevil has
because
superpowers.
well, it's a spin-off of the Ninja Turtles. That stuff gave him powers. It is.
Daredevil?
I swear.
No, it's not. Daredevil.
promise you,
Ninja
dude.
Turtles isn't Marvel.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's
Ninja Turtles was made as a satire on comic books. That's the reason why. And the
Dude, look it up. Somebody challenge
I'm
this
looking
right
it
now.
up right now.
Because from my memory, that stuff that sprayed in his eyes leaked down into the drains. Gave
that
the
might have
turtles
been
their power.
in one, but that's not.
All right, be quiet for a second. Daredevil spin-off of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, keep going. I'll figure
Okay.
it out.
That might have happened in a comic.
But that's not how it really
That's not
happened.
how it was originally. Daredevil was just one of Stan Lee's characters. The Ninja Turtles weren't made until the 80s. Daredevil was made in like the 60s or 70s.
These things are saying there's a connection. It doesn't say spin-off, but it says there's some kind of connection.
I'm sure there is, but Ninja Turtles isn't Marvel.
Well, anyway, my point is about Batman.
I don't think
It made me not like Batman.
Why?
I mean, I know that he's all for it. He doesn't like that Superman is false. He thinks Superman's false god or whatever. He's brought his planet's problem to us.
Here's what I
He's
like.
caused a lot of problems for us.
Here's what I liked about the trailer. One, I
Right,
thought
same.
Batman looked good.
I thought he looked awesome.
I thought Ben Affleck looked pretty dope.
I'm not saying he didn't look bad. I just don't like
I
his
know,
personality.
but the other thing that I liked, the only other thing that I liked, is that I don't have any problem with Batman wanting to beat Superman up, because he's trying to look like the hero, man. Like, everyone
Yeah.
hates Superman, and he's stepping up. He's like, I'm gonna be the hero of the world, not just for Gotham. I'm gonna take this dude down. I'm the only one that can do it, even though I don't think he can do it. But he's like, he thinks he's the only one that can do it.
Even though he did it once in a comic.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Do we want to get into comics? Because I could talk about comics, bro.
You can?
About how I don't like comics.
I've been getting into comics.
But go ahead. You think that...
I just think it's cool that he, like, that's why I don't have a problem with him acting the way he is, because he's just trying to give people what they want. You know, they're asking for Superman to leave, so he's like, I'll do it. I'll make him leave.
I don't know if it's that so much. It's probably that.
Well, that's what the trailer was. They kept, like, news.
Yeah, and he was just... it just made him seem like the bad guy. I didn't know who to vote for in that movie. Because then he was like, do you bleed? You will bleed. No,
I thought that was epic.
I was like, damn, he sounds evil right now.
what they did in the
And I don't like how he did the Christian Bale thing with making his voice.
It wasn't as bad.
No,
It wasn't as
No,
bad.
he wasn't doing that. It wasn't doing that. It was, and I thought this was a good idea the first time I heard it. This podcaster I listened to, who's friends with Ben Affleck, Kevin Smith, heard me talking about. He said that that's something he would make the voice do because it's something that's never been done. There's been people do deeper voices. There was the. But he said something's never been done is do like a voice modulator, make your voice different.
Oh, yeah, like he had a son.
So that's what he was doing. So it was like tell me, will you bleed?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
think
it was.
that's, and I was like, oh, they actually did that. That's really cool.
I didn't think his suit was that cool. He looks big
I thought
as
the suit looked kind of cool.
heck.
His
But
mech
he-
suit, I haven't seen enough of it to make an opinion, but his bat suit, I was like, this is what I've been wanting out of a bat
You
suit.
talking about when he got
Because
up
it's
out of
the
the car?
gray suit.
Yeah, when he
It's-
got up, they have a little flash scene of him getting up out of the car in the trailer.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's the gray suit that everybody's been
I think the
wanting
color
for
looks good on it,
years.
but it's
Yeah,
just so big.
it looks
I feel like
good.
there's a lot of armor.
No, I feel like that's muscle, man.
That's
Because
Ben
when he
Aff-
was in his little suit, he didn't look that big when he was
Oh,
there,
it
man.
showed
He
from
was
here up.
like, man, his shoulders weren't fucking bulging
He
like
was-
they were in that suit.
He was leaning.
That suit, he was like
He was
his
leaning.
elbows couldn't touch
Dude,
his
Ben
side. You could
Affleck's
tell
been-
his arms were like this.
Ben
and
Affleck has
then-
been in the. You're asleep, dude. Ben Affleck's been.
Hey,
in
I'm
the
not gonna
gym.
lie. Ben Affleck put on a weight because I saw that in Gone Girl when he did in his latest movie. You could tell he put on weight for that.
I am excited.
I'll tell you what, I was one of the first. I'm pretty sure you were on my side too, but I was one of the first people to be like, when they announced Ben Affleck, to be like, give him a shot.
No, I was pissed at first.
Oh, you were mad?
I was very pissed.
I was
I was
But-
never mad.
I was upset.
After about 6 months of being pissed, I thought about it. Michael Keaton, who a lot of people revere as the best Batman.
This is why we needed to talk about this.
Everybody, and no matter what you say, he was a good Batman. Everybody was pissed that he was Batman, because more pissed, even, again, listening to podcasts about Batman, more pissed than people were pissed about Ben Affleck, because Ben Affleck has been in action movies. Do you know what Michael Keaton did before that people really knew him for? He was Beetlejuice and Mr. Mom.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, Mr. Mom's gonna be Batman, this is gonna be
I
terrible.
love him in Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is great.
And it was terrible. I'm just kidding.
I'm seeing Mr. Mom.
But then he came out and he crushed it as Batman, and everybody was like, this is great. And then I finally thought about that. I was like, if people were mad about Michael Keaton being Batman and everybody loves him, I'm gonna give Batfleck a chance.
Batfleck?
Have you not heard it called that?
No.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Batfleck.
You know why I haven't heard it called that?
Because you don't follow anything?
I follow a lot of things. But I don't care about comic books, and especially I don't care about DC.
What I'm saying about that, another thing
I think
I'm
the
saying
feud
about
should
that.
just end.
So does he have the kryptonite ring? Is that how? Because there's no way he can contend.
You wanna
it's
know-
just impossible for him to contend with Superman.
The only reason I'm gonna watch Batman v Superman, the only reason, is for the other heroes that are in it. I don't care
Aquaman
about
looks
Batman
awesome.
and Superman, honestly. I've seen a lot of Batman. Batman's awesome. I love Batman. You guys know I don't like Superman that much. I like him more and more recently than I did in the past, but
Because they've
I
been
don't.
giving him more character recently than
Yeah,
just a strong
but I
guy.
still don't. Yeah. That's what I like better. But I still don't love him, and so I'm not watching it for Superman. I'm watching it for the other people
I want to see more
that we've never seen in a
I wanna
movie.
see
Who else
Aqu-
is gonna be in it?
Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
She's gonna have a cameo in it.
They're
Or
gonna be
she's
in
like
it,
a main
man.
character.
They're in it, man.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
Are they all gonna like triple team?
I don't
They're
know.
building up to the
I
JLA.
thought Superwoman and Wonder Woman and Superman had a thing.
No, Lois Lane's the character in these.
She's in it. I don't like the girl they got for Lois.
Amy Adams. I
She's a
think she
redhead.
acted well.
She's not
Here's
cute.
what I picked up. I talked
I
to
don't.
you
I
about
like
this.
redheads though. I didn't want to bash redheads. I
Here's-
love their hot redheads.
Here is what I picked up. And I've talked to you about this. Zack Snyder, the guy who's casting all these people,
He's good.
he's very good. The only character he's picked that I'm like, yes, this is that character, is Henry Cavill as Superman.
Is Lex Luthor gonna be in this one?
Yes, Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I think that's a good pick.
You think
Just wanna
Henry
say it.
Cavill is a good pick?
I think
Hell,
he's
he
the
was
best
perfect.
Superman that
No,
he's
but I'm
done.
saying, you think he's the only good pick?
He's the
done?
well. Let me
Oh,
finish.
go ahead.
He, as far as looks, he looks like Superman.
He does.
Okay.
Like you look at Henry Cavill, I'm like that is he looks
If I
like
saw
he came
him on the
straight
street, I'd
out
be
of
like,
the
damn,
comic
that's
books. It
Superman.
is amazing.
Okay.
But then you look at Jason Momoa.
He doesn't look like Aquaman.
He does not look like Aquaman. Has always been blonde with a blonde beard and very very white blue eyes.
But he looks better than Aquaman, I think.
I feel like
I think he looks great.
Well, you're not letting me finish. I think he looks great. I agree. I think he looks
badass.
amazing, but he doesn't look like him. And then I realized Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman's always real tall because she's an Amazon, so she's as tall if not taller than Superman. Jet black hair, pale white skin, very blue eyes. Gal Gadot,
She's
kind of small,
exotic.
kind of short, vaguely Latina looking, and brown eyes. But she's also been in a ton of action movies.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. And I got to thinking, I was like, he's not casting these the way they look. Oh, also, the guy that got to play Flash, that they've announced is going to be cast as Flash. Can't think. Did you see Perks of Being a Wallflower?
I have seen it.
I have seen it.
The boy Percy Jackson.
No, that'd be cool. But
That
no,
would
they
be
got
cool
the
for him to be Wally.
They got the ambiguously Asian guy from that movie.
He's Flash.
He's gonna be Flash,
I don't
which
know
they
about
should have
him.
just got the
That's a
Flash
stretch,
from
brother.
the Flash TV series.
There's legal reasons why they can't do that.
I know. I wish they would have. But he's gonna be the Flash. He does not look anything. Again, Flash has always been blonde, blue eyes, but this guy, jet black hair, brown eyes, but he is very quick-witted and funny, just like the Flash is. I got to thinking, all these people are gonna act the part amazingly. They just don't look like the character, and I think that's why I'm like, okay, I'm giving all this a chance now. I'm 100% on board with all these movies. Plus, I'm
We're gonna have to repeat most of this.
I'm just
know.
ready for another teaser trailer.
same.
Like
Yeah,
the Star
I-
Wars. When
that
we saw
was-
Star Wars
that-
first trailer, we were like, oh my gosh. And now we've seen this one and we're
That
like,
was
That's the difference, though. Star Wars first trailer came out and everyone was like, "Whoa!" This comes out and people are very split.
yeah, I
which isn't
saw
a
you
good
put
look.
that post up where people were talking about
Well,
Star
that was
Wars
about the
and
new trailer, but I'm talking about even the first Star Wars trailer.
Really?
I know, I was listening to the Game Over Greggy show because I love that show. Shout out to that podcast. Greg Miller retweeted me. I flipped out. They were talking about how everyone's fighting over which superhero movies are going to be the ones that are going to stand out this year and that are going to make a killing and be amazing. And they were just like, that Star Wars is going to come out and nobody's going to even care about those movies anymore. They're going to be like, it's all Star Wars all the time. That's all we care about.
I think that's why they made Star Wars come out at the end of the year.
Christmas. I might be there on Christmas.
Because previously Star Wars had always come out in May. Like all the other Star Wars came out in May.
That's a different company.
Oh yeah, who is it? Disney or DreamWorks? Who's
It's
that?
Disney.
It's Disney owns it.
Dang, my ears are cold.
But it's still Lucasfilm though, thank God.
Yeah, but it's Disney.
Yeah.
The girl that got to play the daughter is pretty good looking.
Also,
She
it's
did.
J.J. Abrams. Which, I mean, let's be
Star
honest.
Trek guy?
Lost.
And Godzilla.
The new
J.J.
Godzilla
Abrams
was
got
good.
a heck of a track record.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to knock it out of the ballpark.
He's gonna do good.
It's going to be so
That's
good.
honestly who I wish was doing the Batman vs Superman stuff.
Who is
He don't
doing
need to be
it?
wasting his time with that.
Who is doing it?
He's got the new Star Trek to do. He's got Super Star Wars to do.
Who's doing?
Zack Snyder's
Batman.
doing Batman and Superman.
I love their poster, like their little thing
Yeah.
with the S inside the bat. That's pretty cool.
You know what compilation movie's going to be better? A compilation as in, like,
Combining
more than one hero or villain or whatever.
what?
Suicide Squad. I knew
That's
as soon as
got
I
a
As soon as I
long
said
time, though.
villain,
When is the Sinister Six coming?
maybe
Is it
never.
never?
maybe never. I don't really care. I'm all about Suicide Squad. If we're gonna have a villain movie.
Is that Will Smith?
Yeah,
Jared Leto, he put out his green
Hold on, I got a
hair.
call.
I told you about that.
What's up, bro? I'm in it. Yeah.
We don't got battery, man.
No, I'm at the podcast right now. I don't have my car, bro. Do you want me to call you after I get out?
Coming into Comcast and
I
like,
got
comment
about
and subscribe
another
here, Drew.
45 minutes.
Do more phone calls.
All right, bro.
He's not really gonna do this all the time, I promise.
All right, go ahead.
What
Anyway.
was that, bro?
My friend, he
Was
needs
that
a
Will
jack.
Smith calling you? I hear you talking about me. I hear you talking about me, bro. Your friend needs a jack? Is he stuck somewhere? Do you gotta go?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Um,
Hope
yeah,
he
you don't
gets
even
it
have your
figured
car,
out before
so-
I come home. 'Cause I don't want to go do it.
so what were we talking about?
So, you were talking about how Jared Leto was like...
Oh, Jared Leto, he was showing someone on his phone, him in his Joker makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they zoomed in and really kind of cleared it out. And from what I saw in the tiny picture of Jared Leto just taking a picture with all the makeup on, it looks awesome. I am so excited to see Jared Leto as the Joker.
You know people are gonna hate it, though.
Oh, I know they are. I don't care. I do not care. That's why I don't care that everybody's gonna hate Batman versus Superman, because I know I'm gonna like it.
It's gonna be bad.
I'm sure it
I
will
hope
be.
it's good. I'm just waiting
not
for
very
Star
optimistic.
Wars, and we haven't talked about Avengers, but I'm looking forward to Avengers too.
I'm not.
You not?
No.
I
Why?
am more and more, but I'm gonna see it. I am gonna see it.
I'm gonna see it, but
I'm
my
gonna see
hopes
it for
are
sure.
completely down. I have zero hopes for that movie.
It's
When it's dope, then I'll just... I've seen a great movie.
same. My problem with Avengers is, and the reason why I've been more into DC lately is because I'm so marveled out.
I'm not just marveled out, dude. I'm superheroed out, man. I really am. I know it's almost cliche to say nowadays, but can you see why? Like,
That's why I'm kind of getting away from the movies a little bit and watching the more of the animated stuff and getting into the comics. And like, I want to read more than just what the movies got, because there's more stories that are gonna be good. Like I just read a Green Arrow graphic novel and it was pretty good.
you know what's gonna be awesome? They're throwing around making a Boba Fett movie.
Heck yeah.
Shouldn't do it. Here's why. I'd watch it, and I think it's gonna be awesome. But one, you know people are gonna complain. They didn't do Boba Fett right. And then second, they're gonna... Boba Fett's supposed to be like mystery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not supposed to be like... That's what makes him cool. You don't know a lot about him. Other than now, you know that when he was a kid, he had a really ugly face.
And that he's just a clone.
Yeah, we know he's a clone now. A lot of people don't like that either, but whatever. I don't know. But they did announce that Boba Fett is alive.
Oh yeah.
They came out and made for sure that is
How is he alive?
in the new canon. That is canon.
Well,
So he might be in the
they
new
explain
movie.
it in the stories, like in the books and comics and stuff.
Well, the reason they had to announce it is because the expanded universe is now not canon, so they had to make sure you know he is still alive.
But the way they'll probably do it is the way they did it in the expanded universe, where he, like, just basically for like a month crawled his way out of the Sarlacc. Not a month. He somehow got crawled out of the Sarlacc.
And what did he eat?
I don't know. I don't know what he did.
The
but
Force?
He ate the Force.
Can clones use the Force? No.
Well, they probably could, but if they were
If you cloned
if they were
Anakin-
trained as a Jedi, they probably
I just
could.
want to see Mark.
Anybody
Hamill's
can use the
face in
Force if you're
next
trained
one.
as a Jedi.
You want to see
I
what?
want to see what Mark Hamill's gonna look like.
Oh yeah.
Cause he doesn't look as old as Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, they got to look good.
And
I think
Mark-
he looks good, but I just when he put his little metal hand on R2D2,
Well, we think it was him.
it has to be. Who else could it be?
I agree with you, but a lot of people are saying that they don't think it's him because he doesn't have a metal hand. He's got a human-looking hand, even though it is
Metal.
fake. It looked human.
Sure.
Also, I completely
What?
disagree.
But it's probably him. It's
Go
probably
ahead.
him.
I'm hoping it's him because I forgot about that.
I completely disagree, and I think anybody who thinks this is stupid that they're gonna make the prequels not non-canon. I completely disagree.
What do you mean?
A lot of people want the prequels to be non-canon.
because,
What's that
and I'm
mean?
like, you really
it
hate
didn't
the
happen.
Yeah, like they did.
Why? It's not that bad.
yeah, you
people.
really hate the prequels so much that you don't want them to be canon. They're important to the story either way, and they're like, well, you didn't see. You said that people were complaining that because we didn't see any inclination of the prequels. Why would you? This is a sequel to the
something that
sixth
happened
movie.
way
Well, I
after
could have
that.
mentioned like something.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know why people hate the prequels.
Or
so
shown
bad.
Naboo or something.
Nah.
Or shown one of the effing whatever they're called from freaking what's his douche's race from the first movie.
A Gungan?
Yeah, a Gungan.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see Jar Jar's.
No, it would have not have been nice. I agree. I like the prequels, but I don't want Jar Jar
I don't want
or
Jar Jar.
any Gungans anywhere near this movie because I don't like the Gungans,
I feel
man.
like this one's gonna be more story driven because, like you said, they have a random stormtrooper involved.
I want it to be less politically driven, like the prequels were. I'm okay with the political side, but especially with the first one,
The political side,
that
I've been
first one
watching
was
them.
really
After
good.
watching them,
just political.
the political side is as annoying as it is. It's kind of important
Oh, it's
because
very important.
that's how you see the politics go up and then fall as the rise of the empire happens. Like it's necessary. And
I like it a lot. Actually, I should go home and I got nothing else to do today. Finish the fourth movie because I got.
I watched
busy.
that one last night.
What's the
I watched
got
3 and
busy,
4
so
last
Fourth
night.
one called?
New Hope.
Oh, I've seen them all so many times.
Yeah, you've.
Well, before we head out of here, let's wrap it up, guys, because we talked about a lot of stuff today. But I think we should end it off with let's rank the Star Wars movies, each of us.
Okay.
Which ones? I'm gonna go first. Which ones I think?
Are we doing 1 through 10? 5 stars? What are we doing?
No, like which ones we think are
Oh.
the order of the best movies, worst to best.
Worst to best? Okay.
So my order, we'll see if you guys agree with me.
Worst to
is
best?
Worst to best. And some people who are listening to this are probably not going to like me for this order. But the worst is the first one,
Episode 1.
episode 1. The second worst is episode 4. Which
New
that's
Hope
what I
is-
think a
yeah,
lot of
New
people
Hope
will
is-
hate
This
me
is
for.
not to say that the Star Wars that we're saying they're bad.
None
This
of them
is-
are bad, I
Just
think.
in ranking order.
This is just the order I think. So I think it goes 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6.
That's completely what it is for me.
You agree with that?
That's exactly 1, 4, 2,
Two.
5, 3, 6. Yeah.
Because I think 3 and 6 are the best two. And I think
I
anyone
agree.
who hates 3 is stupid.
Anyone who hates 6, a lot of people don't like the 6th movie.
Why?
Because they don't like the Ewoks and
I thought people loved the Ewoks.
Return of the
a
Jedi.
lot
6,
of people
right?
hate
Yeah.
the Ewoks, dude. Like a lot of people can hate the Ewoks almost as much as people hate the Gungans.
Well, they were the Gungans of their time.
Yeah, they were.
But they were less annoying. I think they didn't go freaking like, Weasel win! Weasel alive!
I think
Weasel gonna do it!
I think the
Master
Gungans would've been,
Anakin?
I think it would have been the Gungans could have been cool if it weren't for Jar Jar. Because
You know what Jar Jar is? I saw someone online explain this and I was like, yep. He's so stupid. He's an outcasted idiot from a race of idiots. They're all idiots, but he's so dumb that they don't even want him. That's what Jar Jar is.
yeah.
And then he becomes like a political figure.
Well, that's because George Lucas he came out and announced that Jar Jar is a sucky character and that he didn't know what he was thinking when he made him. So they made him be like a political character to give him less of a role in the movie. Like because originally it was supposed to be where he was kind of like R2 and C-3PO, more like C-3PO, where he was going to be walking around with him. But instead they just put C-3PO back in that position and then took Jar Jar out and made him go do something else. I don't know why they would
gets-
give him any political power. That's insane.
He
But
gets one line in the 3rd movie.
he has only one line?
Yeah.
Oh my
and it's
God.
excuse me.
Really?
Yeah, and you don't even see him when he says it. You just hear him because it's like after the big space battle and they're getting off and all the politics are walking by. You just hear excuse me. And
And
you're like, Jar Jar.
You know what I think's crazy? A lot of people are mad about the Blu-ray releases of Return of the Jedi. At the end, the Gungans are in it, and they're like, "Weasel win! Like we're alive!" Like they put them in there, and a lot of people are really mad about that. I think people need to chill out. I don't like the Gungans either, but they are an official part of Star Wars now. They're canon. Why don't they get to celebrate that? Don't they one?
Oh, you mean like when it shows all the planets
Yeah,
celebrating that the
yeah. They
Empire's
show
been-
Naboo
I
and
think
they
that's
show
fine,
the
yeah.
Gungans.
That one's just the Blu-rays. They did that in a
Well, it's the re-releases is what I'm talking about. When he redid, when he went in and expanded.
I think a lot of the stuff. A lot of people hate the George Lucas special edition stuff. I think it's pretty
yeah.
cool. Like,
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Of the new one, like if George Lucas.
I liked it. And I was like, this is funny. Then I was like, man, people need to quit hating.
I don't understand why adding more hurts anything.
Yeah. My stepdad even I was watching episode 4 last night, and there's the scene where he's talking to Jabba the Hutt.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, my sister was watching, and he came down. And he was like, "Yeah, this is cool, but this wasn't in the original, and they added it and changed it all."
Did you say?
I was just like,
What did it change? What did it hurt? Who cares?
Yeah, he still destroys the Death Star.
Yeah. Like nothing
I
changes
like
in the
that
end.
extra stuff.
Oh, people effing hate that they put what's his freaking name? Hayden Christian.
Oh,
At
I
the
think
end,
that's
instead of
awesome.
Anakin,
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad about that.
No, I love that because here's what
It wraps everything together.
it really does.
It does, but the other guy,
It was just the other
played
guy.
Darth
It
Vader.
gives me more feels
because you don't only see his face one time.
Because when in the original ones, when it's just the dude that played him in the suit or whatever, when they pulled it, it's just like, here's some old white dude.
yeah,
But-
you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
that you can only assume is Darth Vader and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan and Yoda looking up and like,
And they're
"Hey,
like,
dude,
oh
what's
yeah,
up?"
that's Darth Vader. You're just like, oh okay.
But then when you see Hayden Christensen come in, it's like, oh shit,
That's him.
he's back. He's back to being.
Himself.
I'm getting
Before he
chills talking
killed the
about it.
You know what they
Padawans.
should have done? They should have made the 10-year-old Anakin.
Oh no, no! And here's
That kid's life is ruined. What has he done since then?
nothing. He was in Jingle All the Way. One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how I try. Anyway, my sister, I got her because she's 10 years old, never seen the Star Wars movies. So she's, for the first time, seeing the
In the right order.
In 2,
Oh.
3, 4, 5, 6. So she's the first Darth Vader she saw is Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
So then when it goes back and she sees him as all Darth Vader, she's probably gonna get really happy when Hayden Christensen comes out as Darth Vader as as Anakin
Yeah.
as his ghost. I think.
Oh, you're watching him with her right now?
Yeah.
She likes him?
Oh, she loves him.
Does she like Jar Jar? Because
I-
kids
I
like
don't-
Jar Jar.
I
I
don't think
understand a
she-
child liking Jar Jar.
I don't think she had an opinion about Jar Jar.
I liked
her
Jar Jar when I
overall,
was a kid.
I loved him as a kid. I still don't hate him, but I get why people don't.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get it until I just rewatched them, and then I was like, wow, I don't like this guy. I get it.
But she watched episode 1 and I was like,
We gotta wrap it up. So
so I'll
final
finish.
point.
We watched episode 1. I was like, "What'd you think?" She was like, "I had to convince her to watch episode 2."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "I
It's
promise."
so political.
I was like, "I promise it's better."
Now she likes it.
And I was like, "Was episode 2 better?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, we'll watch 3 and 4 tomorrow." She's like, "Okay." Loved episode 3. Like she thought everything.
she cry?
No.
When Anakin was crawling back up.
Loved it though. She's like, "That was good." And then we went to episode 4, and I was like, "Okay, now remember this is 70s
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
so
You had
it's
to
not going to be
convince her.
as HD, but it's still awesome."
She still like it?
And she was like, that was a pretty good movie, Mom. She didn't want to finish it. Here's the thing. And then me and my mom and my
Well, yeah, you
dad,
made her watch 2 movies in one day. She's 10.
so we've done that before. Anyway,
2 long movies. They're both over 2 hours long.
my family isn't like you. We like to watch movies and binge watch movies.
She's watched all 6 of them.
Huh?
She's watched all 6 of them?
No,
No,
she has.
she's
We
going
have
Last
we have
2.
Empire and Jedi left.
A lot of people say Empire's the best movie.
Oh, that is considered to be the best Star Wars. Sorry, I touched
They're
on that.
wrong.
I agree. I agree.
Is that the one where on Hoth and stuff?
Mhm.
At the beginning?
It's good. It's an awesome
Oh,
movie.
no,
They
it's
say Mark
amazing.
Hamill got in a really bad accident. That's why he had to get all scratched up
For what?
when the Yeti messed his face up.
No, I've never heard that. I've seen tons of documentaries. I've never heard that.
I heard he got in a really bad bike accident, and that's why they did that. That's why the Yeti got him.
Return of the Jedi is the best Star Wars movie ever made.
It is.
Agreed.
Hands down.
Well, so far.
Yeah, I think Force Awakens might take it.
It might just take.
Final point I'll say before we head out of here.
Yeah.
Worst part about the prequels. Where, what, like between 3 and 4, did Obi-Wan just get that mole on his head removed?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like, what's going on?
It's to the point where even in the Clone Wars animated show, they
They gave him the mole?
It's ever so slight, but it's there. They give him his mole on his head.
I know that doesn't matter and it's not important.
There's a lot of continuity things wrong from like at the end of the 3 when he's like, "Training I have for you, your old master," and he's like, "Qui-Gon, where the fuck was that?"
Yeah, where was... They talked about Qui-Gon. He was
I was all excited. I was like, "Oh, does it mean we get more movies before?" And And then in the Clone Wars, it's
pee.
not canon now, but
Let's just wrap it up. Drew's got to pee.
all right,
We do Audi.
all right.
Drew Do's Audi. Follow me at Cody Reviews on Twitter.
Follow me at Mr. Director on Twitter.
Yeah, we gotta go. We sit here and talk forever. We still got weekday one-ups to do, but we're gonna knock those out of the park.
And remember to point it up, guys.
See you around.